Good morning, everyone. It's so dark in here. I'm going to wait for y'all to tune in. Happy Friday, TGIF. Who has something fun planned this weekend? If I start, you can share this with your friends, on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube that might be interested in this topic. And if you're tuning in for the first time, definitely subscribe to our channel on YouTube, like and follow us on Facebook, and Instagram and TikTok. Somebody says happy birthday. Well, today's not my birthday, but happy Friday. Happy Friday, Welt Assembly on Instagram. Guys, say hi in the comment box. Let me know where you're logging in from. I always love to know where people are logging in from. But anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Aisha Chidoe. I'm an immigration attorney in Orlando area, Florida. I represent clients all over the United States and internationally with their family immigration matters. So your state location doesn't matter. And my phone number here is 407-995-6567. And the number is scrolling through on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And then for those of you on Instagram, or TikTok, you can find my number in my profile. Hi from Indianapolis. Hi from New Jersey. Good morning, Mr. Tusk on Facebook. Okay, guys. So today, and as always, if you have questions, my number is on WhatsApp. The number is 404-333-8751. So that's a different number. Our office number is not a mobile number, so it's not on WhatsApp. But if you want to reach us on WhatsApp, the number is 404-333-8751. So that should work. Okay. If it's still not working for you, call us. Call us and send us a DM, and we with your phone number, and somebody will call you back. Okay. Hi from Port St. Lucie. That's Vols on Facebook. Okay, guys. So today I want to talk about green card holders and what their ability to file for somebody who's already in the United States. So, and this is a hot topic that I get asked all the time, or a source of confusion for a lot of people. So a green card holder essentially means somebody who has a legal permanent residence, when that's what I'm referring to in this case, that has a 10-year green card, who is not a U.S. citizen. So when you're a U.S. citizen, you have certain preferences that are given to you when you're petitioning for people that you don't get if you're a green card holder. So when you're a green card holder, nobody that you petition for is considered an immediate family. So even though your child is an immediate family member of yours, or your spouse is an immediate family member of yours, you cannot, they don't have unlimited visas available. You have to wait for visa availability. So that is what I mean when I say no immediate, they're not considered immediate family, because with immediate family, there's no waiting period for visa availability. If they qualify, you're petitioning for them, you're petitioning for them. So let's start from the beginning. So a green card holder can petition for their spouse, their child under 21, or married child under 21. I'm going to talk about the other categories, but I want to focus on this particular category first. So this category, which is the second preference category, allows a green card holder to do this. But the only way they can do it while their spouse or their child is in the United States is if two things occur. That child or that spouse's visa is currently active. And what I mean when I say active, and you can see I'm going slowly on this because this is a big source of confusion. So I'm trying to go really slowly to make sure people understand it. When I say active, I mean if they came on an F1 visa and they're still currently students, they came on an H-2B visa and their visa is still, their entry, let me actually change that, not visa. If their entry is still valid, meaning like they are still here within the timeline that the I-94 has given, or if as children they're here on a visa, like a visiting visa, B1, B2, and they are still within their I-94 timeline. An easy way to break that down is to say this, so let's say in your country, you get a 10-year visa to come to America. But when you enter America, you're usually most of the time given a 6-month timeline to be in America. No more than 6 months most of the time. So if the person is within the United States, within that 6 months period, and the second prong occurs, the second prong being visas are available, then you can petition for your spouse and do an adjustment of status at the same time, which allows your spouse to get their work permit, their travel permit, and ultimately their green card without leaving the United States. Now, this is slightly different for people who have ESTA. ESTA, for those who don't know, are people who are part of European countries that are, have a visa waiver program. So with visa waiver programs, you don't get 6 months, you get 90 days. So if you're doing it, it has to happen within the time while you have that. So that's that. Now, if you're a green card holder and the person that you want to petition for is your 21-year or over child, that child, first of all, that son or daughter, first of all, has to be unmarried. You cannot petition for anyone that's married if you're a green card holder. That person, the odds are that they will not be able to adjust their status in the United States. The reason why is because it takes about 5 years, and there is no way that the visas will be active, in 5 years. Do you understand? Like, so, because if you come in here and you get a 6-month entry I-94, there's no way that I-94 will extend for 5 years. Unless something else puts you, you got an extension and extension and extension for 5 years. The odds are unlikely. But in that case, majority of the time, you have to adjust your status, or not adjust your status, you have to consular process. Unless you were already out of the country and it just so happened you came into the country when the visas became available and you were within your status. This is a very complex area, so I know it's a bit confusing, but the whole idea of why I'm telling you this is because when you are married to a green card holder, I just want you to pause and think, okay, there are certain requirements that will allow this person to file for me that's different from a US citizen. So you want to make sure that you're within that, because if you're not, the alternative is this. They can file your I-130 and then they will approve your I-130, but your I-130 doesn't give you anything. Oh, your I-130 is saying, okay, yeah, this is your husband or your wife, or yeah, this is your child. That's all the I-130 does. But in order for them to be able to then get you the green card, they're going to have to get a hardship waiver and it has to be approved. And in order to get a hardship waiver, you need certain relatives that have to qualify you for it. And then after that's approved, if that's approved, then you have to go back to your home country. So now, as you guys know, there's always an exception to every rule. What is the exception? The exception is if you are married to a green card holder, or you're the child of a green card holder, and your parent is abusive to you, or your spouse is abusive to you, or extremely cruel to you. In that case, you will qualify to adjust your status here. And because right now visas are current, so you will be able to do it simultaneously at the same time, adjust your status, get your work permit, get your travel permit. So that is one of the exceptions that you have. This doesn't happen often. They change the visa bulletin every month. So the last few months, I would say in the last year, it's been current for kids under 21 and spouses of green card holder. So this is a good time if you fall in that category, or you're a VAWA victim, to do it, because we don't know what next month is going to be or the month after that. So that is basically a breakdown of green card holders and who they can petition for. So let me take some of your questions. Somebody on Instagram says, Favor Bless says, my friend's daughter is filed for her in Jamaica. What's the procedure? Well, the procedure is what I actually just talked about. So I'm assuming your friend's daughter is a U.S. citizen, because U.S. citizens are the only ones that can petition for their parents. So the first step is that she will file the I-130 to confirm that it is in fact her parent. Once they confirm that it is in fact her parent, they will then send it to the NVC, which is the National Visa Center, do all the other processing and application that needs to be done there, which is the actual visa application, making sure that she qualifies for what do you call it? To do the financial affidavit. And then if those things are met, they will then move it over to the consulate, in Kingston. And then at that time, they will schedule her for an interview. And if she does well, she'll get her visa, her immigrant visa. And then once she comes over to the United States, she'll be a green card holder. Hope that answers your question. All right, let's see. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Let's see. If you guys don't have any other questions, I'm going to jump off. Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm looking at everybody's stuff. Okay, so does a green card holder, let me see. Does the person, a green card holder is filing for, have to be in the United States? So Mose, I don't know if you heard me the entire time. I just, that's the entire video. So maybe if you start watching it from the beginning, you will hear what I just said. And just to reiterate, if you're a green card holder, the odds for you are better if you're not in the United States. But if you are in the United States, I just talked about the exceptions of how they can file for you if you are in the United States and what you have to meet. So I'm going to save this live. So when I finish, you can just scroll and listen to it from the beginning, and then you're gonna hear what I mentioned, and it will answer your question. So Ernstein says, so with a green card, I cannot file for my parent. No, you cannot file for your parents. You can only file for your parents if you are a U.S. citizen, okay? After the appointment, if they hold their passport but don't approve them, what does that mean? What appointment? What appointment did you have? Are you talking of consulate or in America? So how long for a valid petition? Right now, because I just checked the calendar a few days ago, it's the average time they're saying is 20 months to 24 months in terms of processing time. So that's the average time, and whenever we say average, average just means exactly that, which means that sometimes some people's stuff is going to be done quicker, and sometimes some people's stuff is going to be done longer. But the vast majority of people, it takes about 20 months to 24 months. Okay, let me see if I can answer some of those questions. The person says, can a green card holder file for her spouse who is in Nigeria, meaning Nigeria? Yeah, a green card holder can file for their spouse who is in Nigeria. Thankfully, the travel ban or the ban restriction on Nigerians has been lifted thanks to President Biden. So yeah, if you're a green card holder, you can petition for your spouse in Nigeria. Again, I want to speak specifically to Nigerians. If you're petitioning for somebody in Nigeria, make sure that the person, if they were previously married, that they have done a proper divorce. In Nigeria, in order to have a proper divorce, you need a divorce nisi and a divorce absolute. It needs to be available and seen on the judiciary. If it's in Lagos, it needs to be on the Lagos judiciary. If not, you're facing a potential problem of them saying that you don't have a valid divorce. You also want to check and make sure it's listed in the Ministry of Interior or Foreign Affairs. So that's that, for Nigerians, because we're having a lot of issues with Nigerians and authenticating their divorces. Okay. So let's see. My wife has a green card and I'm an F1 student. We filed this year in February and still waiting for the fingerprint. Okay, so that's good. So as long as you have an active F1, this entire year, visas have been valid. So if you filed the adjustment of status, you were in status when you filed. So hopefully, good luck, and hopefully you have no problem getting that, okay? So let me see what else. Oh my goodness, I have so many text messages today from my staff. Okay, so somebody on Instagram says, what form does she need to fill out to file for her mom? If she's in the United States, she's going to have to start with the I-130 and accompanying supporting evidence. And then depending on if she's approved for that, then she'll move over to the consular processing portion of it, okay? Let's see. Do I have any other questions before I jump off? Let's see. So do you guys have any other questions? Let me see. Okay, I think I answered all the questions that I can see. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a lovely Friday, lovely weekend. If you want to know what time I come on lives, I usually come on lives between 9 to 9:15 a.m. on most weekdays. And then on Wednesday, I come on live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great day. Ernsten says, you're so smart and beautiful. Thanks for the help. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of your day. Okay. Bye.